Guys, Nella here. I'm back with another hair tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a regular degular, thank you so much for the love. If you are a newbie, welcome. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how I customize this 613 blonde hair, from bleaching the knots to toning it and to plucking it. It's a very straightforward, to the point tutorial, so please do stick around. And without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I'll be doing is bleaching the knots of the frontal. All the tools and products that I'll be using in this tutorial will be linked down below in the description box. So please do take some time out to check out the description box and read it carefully. I scoop out 3 tablespoons of my Silverplex bleach powder into a mixing bowl, and as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to grab my 40 volume developer and I'm going to pour some of that into the mixing bowl as well. Please make sure that you do not pour too much of it, because you want your consistency to be thick as opposed to wet and runny. As soon as I'm done with the mixture, I'm going to grab my plastic knife and I'm going to smear the product onto my frontal. I got this frontal just so that I can be able to practice making my own frontal wigs as well as customizing them. It is a 10-inch frontal and it came with 3 10-inch bundles. I got it from AliExpress. I'll link it down in the description box. And the whole purpose of bleaching the knots is to make sure that the frontal is natural and seamless. And yeah, as soon as I'm done smearing the product, I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes and then I'm going to rinse it off camera. As soon as the frontal dried, I went ahead and made my wig off camera. I really did try, guys, to make this wig on camera, but I was really struggling, especially because it was my first attempt at making a frontal wig. But I do promise to come back with a frontal wig tutorial. And yeah, this is how it came out. This is how it looks with the color. This is the inside of it, and I'm going to cut off the excess wig cap because we don't need that part. And then I'm gonna move right into toning the wig and just basically getting rid of that yellow unwanted tone. Before I tone my hair with purple shampoo, I rinse it first and make sure that it's wet so that it can take in all the product, and so that in the end I don't have any leftover purple marks. I fill my Vascom or plastic container or whatever you wish to use to tone your hair with lukewarm water, and then I add my purple shampoo. Mix it all up. Make sure that you mix it all up because you don't want any purple marks on your hair. It will just like ruin everything. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna add my hair, dip it in and out a couple of times, and then I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out. As soon as I take it out, I'm going to rinse it again just to make sure that there aren't any purple marks left over. So I'm gonna grab my Organics 2-in-1 shampoo just to get rid of that leftover purple tone. It does happen, guys, it really does. So if it happens to you, do not panic. It's nothing a little bit of shampoo cannot fix. Now that I'm done bleaching her knots and I've gotten rid of that yellow unwanted tone, I'm going to move on to plucking just so that she looks more natural and her hairline is snatched, girl. I'm using a rectal comb to comb out the hair, making sure that it's straight and not lumpy. It's just easier to pluck the hair and open lines when the hair is actually straight and wet and not actually, you know, in curls and lumpy and all of that. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm moving straight into plucking. I'm gonna grab my tweezers. I got these tweezers from my nail kit, but you can use any tweezers that you find laying around the house. And then I'm gonna open a line and I'm gonna start plucking gently. And as I open more lines and reach the middle of my frontal, then I'm gonna start to pluck more vigorously.
Just let me
as soon as I was done plucking, I went in with the hairdryer. You can air dry, but I wanted to cut my hair, so I made sure that it was hair dried and it was straight before I cut it. I wanted that whole blunt cut effect, so yeah, I did that, and that's it, guys. That is how I customized my 613 frontal wig. Hope this video was very helpful for you guys. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll be back with more tutorials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. Bye.